Hello there! Welcome back to the channel, and this is part 2 of building the Gundam ROG PC. And our main objective today is installing the Windows OS and see if everything works in our PC. So let's go ahead and start with the monitor. So as you can see, I returned it to its box. That's because when I unboxed it and installed its kit, we were actually missing a few steps. So we're gonna do that today. So installation, it's pretty simple. You just have to align this tree into this 3 slots right here. Just like that. And as you can see over here, we have a screw that I didn't screw last time. So you can do this by hand or you can do this with your Phillips screw, so that's what it's called, and twist it around until the screw is secure. So I don't have my screw with me, so I'll just be doing this by hand. There we go, it's nice and secure enough. What I actually forgot to put last time was the ROGI that will go here at the bottom. So you can see it has slots right here that will go through here. So that's what I wanted to point out, because if you guys remember last time when we booted up the PC, we actually have lights in here that will project that way. It's only color red last time, but this time we will have the ROGI. It's like calling Batman, man. So let's go ahead and remove the plastic around it and install it. So that's it for our monitor. Now let's talk about the actual PC itself. So this is the PC. It's already cleaned up, I guess, but it's already clean enough for me. I have returned our handles. I covered up the case, which is pretty simple to do. I arranged our wires. Wait, let me pop the tempered glass out for you guys. So let's have a quick recap. So last time I inserted our RAM in the wrong slot because this is what I learned. The 2 and number 4 channels supports dual channel. So that's why we need to put our 2 RAMs in the slots 2 and 4. And the 1 and 3 slots are actually reserved for single RAM usage, or that's how I understood it. So that's why we need it. But if you have 4 RAMs, you won't have any problem with that. And what else? If you guys actually remember, I've inserted the power supply facing upside down. So keep that in mind because that will kill our graphics card because the heat is going this way and not outside of our chassis. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't do it like I did last time. The only reason why I inserted this wrong because the words in our PSU is actually upside down. So kinda technically not my fault. Other than that, here is our 6+2 pins to it because my friend said to me that DC connection isn't secure. So if we have, and since we have 3 connectors for our graphics card into the power supply that comes with the power supply, I used all of those to connect the graphics card. So that's good. And here again, here is our liquid cooler for our CPU, which work. Here is our SSD. Here's the casing fan there, and I've returned this back to its original place, so that way I can actually hide the wire in the front, so it's not that visible, it's not that eye scratching. And here is our 24-pin connector, and here is our RGB fan header, addressable header cable for our RGB fans right here. And I guess that's about it. So before I close this, let's go ahead and take out the plastic. Wow. There we go. And you know what? Since the PC unit actually came with some magnets, we're gonna go ahead and place those things out into our PC. Here we have another Gundam head magnet that will go over here because this place is kinda lonely. So let's go. Hey. So I guess that's it. And I'm gonna go ahead and close the case now. And let's take out the plastic around it. Hey! There we go. That was beautiful. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the other side. So nothing really to see here. Here is our motherboard with that really beautiful RX-78 Gundam at the back that you can see every time you take a look at the right side of your PC. And here is just the cover for our wires, so you won't have to see all the mess that I made. You can actually see some of the wires are still popping out like that, but that's good enough for me. And that's all about it for this side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take out the plastic. So that's it, and now we're ready to boot the system back up again and try to install our OS so we can finally use our PC. So a quick note over here is we actually have two HDMI ports, one display port, and two USB ports. So in order to use the USB port, we need to connect this to our motherboard. So we would have an extra two USB ports that we can plug into the monitor, and one connection to our motherboard. And last time, I used the HDMI cable to boot up the PC, but this time we're going to use the display port so we can actually use the G-Sync in our monitor. So here is our display port. It looks like an HDMI from afar, but if you take a closer look, they are not exactly the same. So use this if you want to use G-Sync in your PC and monitor. So let's go ahead and take this plastic out. So for installing our OS, I'm going to use this Microsoft Operation CD that I got from the same store, the Playbook store here at Nuvali, Soledad. And since the PC didn't come with any disk reader, I borrowed this from my dad, an external disk reader. So this is what we will be using to install our OS, and hopefully we will be done by tonight. Here we go, it's alive. So first up, let's see if the CD-ROM is working. So what to do? Guys, if you want to build a PC, then you came to the wrong channel. No, I'm kidding.
Got it!
So we've inserted our CD, and the CD-ROM actually seems to work just fine. All that's left now is actually to boot our system or install our OS. So how do you do that? There we go. We just needed to restart. We are now, I think, okay to boot up. There we go. So I think we just need to play the waiting game. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so you guys could see better once we finally start installing our OS into our PC. So I guess that's a good view enough for you guys. Here we go. We just need to set up our window. Language, time and currency format, Philippines, that's us, keyboard or input method. Go ahead and use United States, international. I'm gonna go ahead and input our product key. Well, you guys don't have to worry about copying my product key because I'm going to use it now. Hi. So this is the part where I apologize to you guys because during the filming of this episode, my phone suddenly ran out of storage. So I didn't realize that I have been taking too many videos lately, and I took up all the storage available for the phone, so I didn't record the part where I have completely set up our OS, but I can still guide you guys to that process. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
A few moments later.
So pretty straightforward, we are back at our starting point. Let's run our setup. We are back. Over here I have uninstalled the CD-ROM, external CD-ROM, because once you have finished installing the OS to your SSD drive or to your designated storage area, you can just click this boot menu and click this, and it will actually start booting up your PC. And once that's done, again, you guys remember you're in the installing part already. Now the PC will prompt you to enter your code. Once that's done, it will install. Once that's done, it will start up a couple of times. You just need to click and click again your storage, your SSD, or where your OS should be. And there are a couple of agreements, contracts that you need to undergo to accept all of those. If you're comfortable with it, relaunch and launch again and again until Microsoft prompts you to open up your Microsoft account, punch that in, punch your Microsoft account in, and then it will install again. Then that's it. That's basically it. That's all that what happened. That's all that you needed to know. And we are ready to test out the PC. So a couple of things that happened again. At first launch, it didn't have the NVIDIA drivers. So I already downloaded that. And display settings, let's open that up so I can show you guys. The first display settings that I got wasn't 144 Hz refresh rate, but instead it was 59 Hz there. So it's 59 Hz again. So all we have to do is adjust that, click apply, it will shut down your monitor, and once it's booted up, keep changes. Okay, so there we now have 144 Hz refresh rate, which is really smooth. So that's all what happened, and I think that's about it, and we are ready to game on this thing. And I think that's about it for our installation process of Windows and detecting our hard drives, SSDs, our graphics card. An additional note is that your monitor has an extra cable in it. I'm going to call this the USB hub cable because I don't know what it's called, but basically our monitor has two extra USB ports at the back and one port for this cable. So what happens is you connect this to your motherboard and it will basically give you access to USB hubs over here so that you can use them, which is really convenient because now you won't have to plug things to your PC if it's far away. Instead, you have to plug your USB below your monitor. Before the last part, I'm going to see if all my front USB hubs are working, just to know which ones that I can use or which ones that I cannot use. Okay, this one is dead, so this one should be dead too. Yep, this two should definitely work, and it does. So there we go, both pair in the right side works, both pair in the left side doesn't work. Why is that? There are two front panel USB that isn't working, because if you guys remember when I was building the PC, there was actually a USB 3.0 connector that isn't connected to the motherboard because the motherboard lacks another 3.2 USB socket. That's the reason why two of my front panel USBs aren't working. But anyway, like I said, we have an extra 2 USB hubs below our monitor and 4 USB hubs behind our motherboard. That's all about it that I can do. And that basically sums up this whole video. So we're technically done. So I guess that's it for this whole video. We have now a working PC. Everything seems to be connected except for our two front USB, but everything just seems to be working just fine. And I gotta say that I am both stressed and relieved that this project is done. Also kind of sad because I still wanted to keep building PC, and I'm afraid that I won't have another chance at this because this PC is gonna last me, what, 5 years or maybe more. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing video, the building video, and this installation video. I hope you guys enjoyed them all. I kinda rushed everything because 1, I am excited to build a PC. This is my first PC. 2, I wanted to keep the hype in. You guys know this. 2, I really want to try this PC out right now. So that's it. Thank you again. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe in my Facebook page and YouTube channel. I will link them down below. If you have any tips, questions, suggestions, or anything that you want to say, you can comment down below and I will try to leave you guys a reply. And see you guys in my next video. If there is going to be next video, it's basically I spent all my money here.
Nice.